This edition of Mac Voices is sponsored by Smile, the makers of world-class software. TextExpander 5 is out with automatic snippet suggestions and snippet use reminders. It's the best version of TextExpander yet. Find out more about it and all their great products at smilesoftware.com.
Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. Mac Voices is in San Francisco for the Alt Conference and WWDC. Jonah is back. We talk to him every year. This is great, but this time he's flying a new flag, and it's all over his chest.
That's right.
Jonah, it's great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So this year you're with Credit Karma. What is Credit Karma?
Credit Karma is a company that lets you get your credit score from the two of the major bureaus every week, completely free. Never ask you for your credit card. Yeah, it's great. I've been there for 6 months, and it's I couldn't have asked for a better job.
Oh, yeah. That's great. That's great. Yeah, as we were talking before, you relocated to San Francisco.
I did. I was at my last job. I worked at GoDaddy for 10.5 years and decided toward the end of last year to find a job in San Francisco. And I was very proactive about it. I went on Glassdoor and looked at companies that had the highest employee satisfaction ratings and applied to those companies. And Credit Karma was close to the top of that. So, yeah, it's really worked out for me.
As an aside, before we get to Credit Karma,
yeah.
It's an interesting thing that seems to be happening. There was a time that you tried to get a job, you wanted a job, sure. But now people are being a lot more picky about the jobs they take and the opportunities. And I think that's fascinating.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I'm in a field that is really kind of like in need. So I did have a lot of interviews, a lot of people who were interested in my skill set, and I found a really good match. So.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
So Credit Karma, I can get my credit score every week.
Sure.
As I recall, there's something about credit scores that if I ping it too often, it can negatively affect it.
Yeah, this does not affect your credit rating at all. In fact, in addition to getting your credit score, we also give tips on how to improve your credit, and maybe some like a credit card with a lower interest rate than what you're paying right now. Same thing with student loans. A lot of different products that we can offer to the consumer.
Is this an iOS app?
It is an iOS app, Android, and there's a web app as well. It's nice to work for a place where all of our customers really love us. They appreciate the product. The fact that it's free is awesome as well. As opposed to other jobs where I've worked where, like at GoDaddy, people kind of put up with GoDaddy because the prices are so low on their products. But the products are not necessarily all that great.
Now, I have to ask, because it does always concern me a little bit. We're talking about giving over some. I've got to give you some credit information or some of my personal information to get the credit scores. How is this working, and how do you make money, and
sure.
How much can I trust you?
Sure. I think a lot of customers actually have that concern. The way the company makes money is by they make deals with the banks. So when you sign up for a credit card through our site, we get a fee from the bank. So it's completely free for the consumer. You will see the ads, but they're not like in your face all the time. We're more interested in providing a service for our customers.
That's fantastic, and for someone that maybe is having credit score trouble or just wants to keep a close watch on it.
Sure.
Maybe you're traveling and need to watch and make sure somebody's not playing with your credit while you're gone.
Yeah, we have alerts when a change is found in your credit score. You'll get a notification, or next time you log into the site, it'll show you. It's awesome. It'll also show you like the factors that are affecting your credit. So, say you have too many hard inquiries, like applying for a credit card. Those will actually count against your credit score. Length of credit history, stuff like that. It'll spell it all out for you.
So it sounds like you make it a lot more approachable than maybe it is in some circumstances to get it.
Sure, yeah. And I think that's kind of like a new approach. Like, instead of just charging people for their credit scores, whatever it is, $15, $20 a month, and you get one, and it doesn't really give you any information about how to make your credit better, or what could be negatively affecting your credit, other than like lates and like late payments and stuff. It'll actually give you tips on how to fix what's wrong.
Well, congratulations. It's
Thank you.
It's good to see you here, and it's good to know that you've settled to someplace new that you're happy with.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
For the folks who want to get involved, obviously, they go to the App Store on iOS or Android or whatever, but the URL is?
Creditkarma.com.
Great.
And we're hiring.
A recruiting poster right
That's
here. Good to see you, Jonah.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Folks, more from San Francisco and the Alt Conference and WWDC. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the MacVoices blog. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date on all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at MacVoices.com/newsletter. Do more with your Apple tech by subscribing to the free MacVoices Magazine on Flipboard by visiting MacVoices.com/magazine. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.